What's up, y'all? Let's have a little real talk. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be kind of vlog style. It's not my usual setting, as you probably could already see here. And I'm going to show you just why that is. Because of him. He is the reason why this video will be a bit different than normal. Y'all, I am tired. Okay? And I know I'm trying to be a mama of the year, superwoman, all that. It's not. Lord have mercy. Had to flip my camera around. My bad. So, I am exhausted, right? I have completely, for the most part, stopped working out. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. This is what's happening to me. Non-stop. There's nothing wrong with him. He's not wet. He's not hungry. He wants me to hold him. He wants to do something that I won't let him do. So he screams for hours. And I do mean hours. Is anybody else dealing with this? Is it just me? I don't think it's just me, but is anybody else dealing with this? Give me just a second to tend to my child. Hold on, guys. Going into being a new mom, I knew it would be rough. Not gonna act like I didn't know being a mother was hard. I completely knew that being a mom was tough. But what I'm dealing with is on another level than pretty much what I've seen my entire life. So as I was trying to say before my son started crying earlier, I have completely stopped doing anything for myself, if that makes any sense. I'm too tired to work out. All I do is shower. I clean myself. I take care of my basic hygiene. That's the extent of what I can do for myself at this point. And for the first few weeks of him being this way, I balanced it some sort of way, but I was exhausted every single day. So after about 3 weeks, 4 weeks of it, I completely just stopped working out, because just going up and down the stairs with him is enough. He's 25 pounds, and that's him in the car seat because he cannot walk. And I have calluses on my hand because of just trying to carry him up and down the stairs. You know what I mean? So that's a workout in itself. But the fact that I just can't do anything for me right now is like, look at him now. All he wanted was me to pick him up. He wasn't anything wrong with him. He's fed. His diaper's changed. He's not trying to go down for a nap. He just wants me to hold him all the time. And I refuse to do that all the time. It's an issue. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's a no for me. So some of you may know he's going through separation anxiety, things like that, because he's now at the stage where he realizes when something's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? Whereas before it was like out of sight, out of mind. Now if you're out of sight, you gone, I'm scared. So we've been trying to figure out how to cope with that. And the hardest time for us to cope with it is at night, because he doesn't want to stay asleep. It's like when he goes to sleep, in his mind, we're gone, and he pops right back up. I kid you not. So I'll put him, he'll go to sleep. He goes to sleep just fine. He'll sleep for all of 5 minutes, and then it's like, where am I? Where is everybody at? And then he panics. If he's laying on you, he's fine. But if he's not direct, like he'll face the wall. He'll literally roll over to the wall and panic. Right? So sleep is something that is very hard to come by in my house right now. And a lot of people say, well, it shouldn't be that bad. It's that bad for me because most people have help, right? They got grandma, they got siblings, they got friends, they got daycare facilities. They have something or someone to take the child for just a little while. I don't have, well, let me take him tonight and you get you some rest. I don't have, well, let me get him a couple hours and you go do something with your husband. I don't have that. I have never had that when it comes to him. So imagine the last 9.5, just about months, I've had this baby with me for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I get no breaks. If I go in the bathroom, he freaks out. If I turn my back, he freaks out. So I don't get a moment of peace. I rarely get a moment where I'm just to myself, I'm quiet, or I can do something for myself. I don't have that assistance. I don't have that help. So it's literally me, well, my husband and the Lord. But you know what I'm saying? most people have someone else that can take the kid for a little while, take their child for a moment. They can get a little bit of a breathe. They can get a little bit of a break. I don't have that break. Sometimes I amaze myself with, how did I even get this much done in a day? But I'm so exhausted by the end of the day. It's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it again tomorrow. And somehow I do. That's what's weird. Somehow I find a way to do. Anyways, so right now I am exhausted. And people don't talk about the exhaustion that comes with it, because I know some other people have dealt with it this way. You know what I mean? Some people don't have a group of people around them to help them with their baby. I'm that mom, okay? And I knew from the jump my husband and I were going to be the ones that were mainly taking care of our son. But see, I've been around babies. Don't get me wrong, because all of my siblings have babies. My cousins have babies. Everybody has babies. But they have help with their babies. They're not alone when taking care of their babies, right? He literally just rolled over. He's mad because he rolled over. Nothing wrong. He rolled himself over, and it's a problem. See? I try to think of it like that. You know, I know raising a kid is tough. But everywhere I've ever seen anybody taking care of a kid, hold on one more time. That's what I mean right there. There's nothing wrong. You know? And I'm just like, my kid isn't like everybody else's kid, it seems. The doctor give you advice, other parents give you advice. But he don't like warm milk. He hates it. He spits it out. Every time you give him any, and then it's just running down his shirt or something. And then when they say, well, just put him down and let him cry it out. We've tried that on many occasions. You know what he does? He cries until he goes hoarse, which could be hours in. I mean hours in. And then once he's hoarse, he still screams. He makes as much noise as he can hoarse. I got that kid. All right. So last night it happened again. So we put him down. You gonna sit here? You gonna holler? Just holler. We went and sat in the other room. We disappeared for a while. We did everything that we was told we supposed to do. It has like little to no effect on this kid. I do mean little to no effect on my child. He just cries. He doesn't care. It doesn't make a difference who you are. Doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? How long he sits there and cries. He's gonna cry until you pay attention. He's gonna cry until you come and get him. And it's like, is he scared or is he just spoiled? Because sometimes he's scared, but sometimes he's just being spoiled. And I know he's being spoiled. Because when it's just you and your husband and you're trying to figure it out, sometimes you hold the kid more than you're supposed to hold the kid. It's just what it is. When both of you are exhausted and one of you got to go to work in the morning, then what do? You either going to pick that kid up or you're going to let him cry so long that you both tired and you can't function the next day. That happens a lot, where you just can't function the next day. I've been in that spot so many times, I can't even count how many times I've been in a position where I'm so tired I can't function. So you figure out how to get through to the next day. Yeah, and people don't tell you about that part. You know what I mean? I applaud the moms that go to work all day long and come back and pick up a baby. I applaud you. But you know what? I have a newfound respect for moms that sit their butts at home. Like, how do we even function this long? How are we functioning off no sleep at this point? Shouldn't we been like passed out or something? Shouldn't there be something wrong with us by this point that we're still functioning at this level? Like, I don't even know how I can even read at this point. I can barely focus my eyes some days. I'd be so tired. So it's like, y'all, I'm tired. That's what I'm getting at. I am extremely tired. I have not been able to work out. I barely eat. You know what I ate today? It is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had 5 Pringles and a glass of water. That's what I've eaten today. That's it. I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to stop moving. 0 time to stop moving. This is what happens to my day. This is literally most every day. I barely eat anything if I eat anything. Because yesterday I realized at 5:30 I hadn't even eaten. I had drunk some tea. That's all I had yesterday. It was until 5:30 last night. Was some tea. it's important to take care of yourself, but it's really hard to do. You know what I mean? So I'm barely floating, y'all. I'm barely floating. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm back. So my husband came in and grabbed my son for a little bit. Excuse me, our son, for a little bit so that I could lay down. So I finally got to take like a nap for about an hour, which is pretty awesome. Even though I had to have the baby the entire time because my husband fell asleep too, which left me with the baby. But whatever. Now I'm kind of talking in depth about what I mean. For a lot of people, they have people around them. You know what I mean? They have help when it comes to taking care of the babies and letting parents get a little rest and things like that. Well, my husband's family is in Africa and my family is a state away. So it puts me in a position where you kind of just got to figure it out without any help. And, you know, I grew up around babies because my family's huge, and I do mean huge, no exaggeration. There are so many of us, and I've grown up around babies and their moms, and I've always had a baby somewhere around me, you know what I mean? But that was just it. There was other people around. So people didn't have to, especially not in my family, go through and raise the baby on their own. There was always a grandparent or a friend or aunt or a cousin or someone that was there for them. We don't necessarily have that, you know, and I don't have friends where I live. I don't know anyone really where I live. So I don't have help. So exhaustion is something that is just so big right now. Like I don't sleep through the night. My son got to the point where he would sleep for 4 to 6 hours at a time. He does not do that anymore. Now he wakes up every hour and a half. It's like when he was a newborn again. And we're dealing with that, but the exhaustion is unreal. Like I haven't been working out like I normally was. At first I was on it every single day. I was working out. And then the last, I think about 3 weeks or so, just kind of stopped, like dead in its tracks, stopped. I was thinking that maybe I just got lazy, and it's not that I got lazy. I'm just tired. And when I was working out, I would come in and I would crash. And the reason why I'm afraid to just work out now is because I can't just fall asleep till the next day. I have to be alert. And if I'm working out, that's taking energy. When I'm home cleaning and I'm cooking and I'm taking care of the baby, that's draining energy. If I need to go somewhere, that's draining more energy. And during my normal day, I don't stop moving. I move the whole day, which I'm guessing is why I haven't put on much weight. That, or I haven't picked up any of the weight I just lost. That and the fact that I get so busy, I don't remember eating most days until about 5. Sometimes it's earlier, maybe 2, 3. I say a lot. I just noticed that. Let me stop. But about between 2 and 5 is when I normally eat on a daily basis. So when people call it fasting, I'm not doing it on purpose. I just get so busy sometimes that I forget that I need to eat something. I lose track of the time, I lose track of the day, and then I don't eat. And it's just because I'm too tired. I completely forget to eat. I can't believe I'm that tired I forget to eat food. But I am that tired that I have forgotten to eat food. So my world has been revolving around my son. And people always say, well, you don't let that baby, you don't let him run you, you run him, da 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 da. Y'all had help. I don't have help. I got my husband and the good Lord. That's all the help I have. So I can't just shut my baby down. That's not how this works. He's not just gonna be quiet because I say, hey, be quiet. He's a baby. That's not how they, So I can't listen to outside a lot because everybody had something I don't have, and that's support and help. Support, I got it in the sense that we got you if you need us, if you need anything from another state over and we can get it to you. I have that. But as for someone coming in and physically helping, I do not have support like that. So when people say don't let him run you, you run him. Man, when you've been running for 72 hours straight with no sleep, you gonna pick that baby up. I don't know, people don't get that. If you're running and you're running and you're running and you are exhausted, and the only way you can close your eyes for a few minutes is to hold that child, you're going to hold the child because you are that tired. That is where I am. So it's hard for me to ignore him crying already because I'm his mom. But at the same time, if I'm already tired and I'm running off of nothing and I have headaches, what am I supposed to do? That's exactly what I mean. There's nothing I can do. If I want to get a little bit of rest, I'm going to hold my son. And my son is one of those babies that does not care if he is exhausted. He will scream. As y'all saw earlier in the video, there's nothing wrong with him, but he screams. And I know he's a little bit spoiled, but we kind of figured that when we knew he was going to be around us mainly. You know, so it's not like we didn't account or factor that in. We did. Just when you're exhausted, you're exhausted. I literally haven't slept since before I had him. I may have had a couple nights of good sleep in the last 9+ months. This is the part that I mean my people don't show. They don't show the exhaustion. They don't show the postpartum. They don't show you trying to figure out how to get your body together. They don't show the stress level. They don't show the mental breakdowns, the mental lapses, the crying, the just wanting to scream, the punching walls. They don't show you that part. The sheer frustration and stress that comes with taking care of a child 24/7. That's why I say I have a new respect for stay-at-home moms. Especially ones that have multiple kids, especially ones that have multiple kids under 2. My word, I do not know how y'all pull it off. Especially if you don't have help like I have, like me right now. And I guess I grew up around people who had help so much that it's, I don't want to say shocking, but it's an eye opener. All right. Because even where my husband is from, as I say, it takes a village. There's so many people around that can help. And we don't have that help. So it's really an eye opener when it comes to raising children. My mother raised, I think, 4 of us. I don't know how many siblings I got. My goodness. My mother raised 4 of us by herself. Now, granted, we were a little bit older. We weren't newborns and things like that. And my mother also had help, my grandmother. But I still 4 kids by yourself, which I believe that all started when I was like 6. My big sister was 2. My older sister would be 8. And my brother was 11. So she did have 4 kids under 12 that she was raising all by herself pretty much. And you have a newfound respect for people when you're placed in similar shoes. And you ain't even got to be in the same shoes as them. Just similar. Why does this one part of my fur look like it's flat? I don't. Sorry, a bit off topic. My fault. So I have just been dealing with extreme exhaustion. And some days you just don't know how you're going to get up. Some days you just don't know if you have it in you to get up. This video was for those women that have been in this spot and just don't know how they're going to go on the next day. They don't know how they're going to get out of bed. They don't know what to do. They're so stressed out. They're so frustrated. They're so tired. They're weak. They're in just a rough spot. You are not alone. And I know people don't talk about it often, but you are not alone. There are many women out there who who probably mask this because they don't want people to see it. But my channel is to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This is what happens. And there's some days I just don't know if I could bear through it, if I have the patience, if I have the strength, if I have the tolerance, if I have anything in me left to get through that day. It is a challenge. And you got this. Just take a deep breath. Step back for a second. You got this. I tell myself that every single day. Some days are easier, some days are better. Some days you get some rest. Some days your kid isn't as cryy or as loud or as clingy or as fussy or as angry or as hungry, or there's some days where everything just seems easy. Some days you can coast through. There's a chunk of them days that coasting through is real tough. Just getting through it is tough. And there are so many days I don't even want to get out of bed. But I get up. I get up because I know if I lay there, I'm not going to move for a while. And I can't allow myself to slip into another depression. It's not worth it. It's harder to get out of that than it is to get into it, as you probably imagine. And I'm not gonna let myself do it again. Don't let yourself slip too far. It's okay to have days where you're off. It's okay to have days where you don't feel like yourself. It's okay to have days where you're so stressed that you don't know what you're gonna do next. Don't stay in those days, guys. Don't stay in those days. You fight back with everything you have. Don't stay in those days. You push through when you get to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. You'll be surprised how much strength you have. You find that strength, you hold on to that strength, and you fight. You fight through that day. You got this. That's what I have to keep saying. You got this. So I'm gonna say it to y'all. You got this. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know you're probably battling exhaustion. I know stuff is crazy. But you got this. Keep fighting. Keep your head up. Keep pushing. Keep being superwoman. Because moms are super women. Care what nobody say. We are super freaking women. So, though I'm tired, this video was to encourage someone. This video was to give someone the push they needed today. And I want you to keep going. Okay? You are strong. You are beautiful. You are powerful. Say it to yourself every day. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are powerful. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. To my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come and join the fam. I really would appreciate it. Keep your head up, guys. Keep fighting. We got this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.